tails. Damn it! Alright, today we're going to take a look at how you manage your finances abroad and how to keep track of everything when you're moving to another country. Alright, let's jump into it. So let's face it, we've all been in the same situation. You're in a foreign country, you go to withdraw money, you press OK, and then there is a tiny little message that says, yeah, it comes with an additional €5 fees. Boom, you're screwed. You want that money, of course, you want to withdraw it, but you don't want to pay that €5 fee each time. So if you're moving abroad for a couple of days, or if you're moving for a longer period of time, here is some few tips on how to manage your money correctly. So number one, check your current account. And you might have surprises there. Just try to have a phone call, a phone chat, or just a face-to-face meeting with your current bank account manager and ask everything there is to know about your account, all the fees that come with it, what are you paying, what the account allows you when you're moving abroad. So just take a general look at everything, because you might have bad or good surprises. It depends on where you are. If you've got an account in your home country, chances are that your bank is charging you from anything you're doing abroad, and that comes in various forms. So first you have withdrawal fees. Basically every time you want to have cash, you're going to pay a small amount, 3, 4, 5 euros depending on the banks you're at. And you're going to have to pay that every time you want money. And then you also have payment fees, which are basically every time you want to pay something with your card, you're going to have to pay a little something extra, which is only for your bank. And that's a huge drawback as well, because it just means that every payment you're going to make with your card is going to be charged. So if you have a chance to talk with your account manager, just ask for all the details about that, so you don't have any bad surprises when you receive bill with huge taxes everywhere. And while you're there, just try to talk with your account manager about different possibilities you can have in the bank to open a foreign account, for example. But remember that banks got to make money, so of course they're gonna sell you something that is interesting for them as well. So don't fall into the trap of taking the first option they're gonna propose to you. Number two, inform your bank that you're going abroad. So if you're moving for a longer period of time, or if you just don't have the habit to travel a lot, try to inform your bank beforehand that you're going to move to another country. Otherwise, you might have really bad surprises that your bank just blocked your card because they thought that it was stolen and used in a different country. And that's not the situation you want to fall into. Happened to a friend of mine that got stuck in Italy, missed his flight and couldn't pay for another one back home. Since then, we don't have any news. Just kidding, he is back in France drinking wine. But anyway, he had to do so many maneuvers and paid so many fees that I really advise you to speak to the bank beforehand. So number three, here comes the big bite, online banks. So many of you might already have heard about all the mobile banks that there is out there. So you've got promotions all over the place. And it is becoming more and more popular amongst travelers and business people, and there's so many reasons for that. So we're going to take a look at the three most popular ones, Revolut, N26 and Monzo. So the first advantage of all those cards is that they come with a free plan, meaning that you have a bank account and a bank card for free. Now all cards are enabling a no cap spending, meaning that as long as you have money on your account, you can spend as much as you want, which is good if you have any problem abroad. At least you can pay whatever you want. And that's the main word of all those mobile banks. Basically, it's flexibility. You can do pretty much what you want with all these different accounts. So to talk about withdrawals, you can take up to €200 without fees for Revolut and Monzo. For N26, it's a bit different. You can freely take money 5 times in your own currency. And if you take in another currency, it's going to be 1.7% tax. And they're all free of charges, meaning that you're never going to have hidden fees whatsoever, whatever the country. Also about features, all those bank accounts are offering you the ability to freeze and unfreeze your card as needed. Meaning that whatever, if you've got a problem or your card has been stolen or you lost it for a few moments, you can just freeze it. But also the good thing is that most of the time you're just gonna stress out and your card was actually inside your bag, but you didn't saw it. So with traditional banks, you need to make several phone calls to take it back to normal. But now with mobile banks, you just have to press a button and your card is unfreezed. Super practical. And they are also offering 24/7 customer service, meaning that wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you can just call the customer service if there is any problem with it. So security, of course you might have a lot of doubts because everything is online and you might be afraid that they are not real bank or whatsoever. But basically they are all FSCS certified, meaning that all banks actually in high street, all your classical banks are actually certified the same way. So basically if there is any problem with the bank, you're going to be reimbursed up to €100,000. So that gives you a lot of cover in case anything happens. And I just want you to remember that all those accounts are free accounts, meaning that you don't have to pay anything. So Even if you want to go extra further, if you want to have insurance in your card, if you want to benefit from some perks and so on, you can pay monthly around 10 euros something just to have those advantages. I'm going to list everything down below. There is a little bit of extras also with those mobile banks, and the reason I took Revolut as well is that there is a built-in currency converter. So meaning that you don't have to search hundreds of years to know what you're actually paying, because it's a different currency. So you can just convert it to your currency and see what you're actually paying. That comes really handy sometimes. Number 4, open a foreign account. So there I speak to people that wants to live in the country a bit longer. It might come handy, but be careful as well, as we talked about. Banks gotta have to make money. So they want to offer you the best possibility, and they often take advantages of people that are moving in. So be well informed of the country you're staying in and all the advantages and disadvantages there is to open an account there. Just try to look on the internet and all the expat groups so you don't have any bad surprises as well. But it might come handy if you're staying in the country for a long period of time. It might be way easier to have a foreign account there. And last but not least, have a safety net. So every time I'm traveling, I try to have a little bit of cash in the currency of the country I'm going to. I've got both an online bank account and a bank account in my home country, but you never know, in case you can't contact them or if there is any issue with it, it will be incredible. But in case there is any issue with them, I want to have a little bit of cash in case something happens. And at least I can always pay a flight back home, so I don't have anything to worry about. And if I don't use it, no worries, I'm just gonna convert it at the airport when I'm coming back home. So that's it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Share with us in the comments if you have any tips for finances abroad and stuff. Don't forget to drop a subscribe and like over there. And hopefully, yeah, gonna see you in the next one, next Tuesday. All right, see you guys. I missed it. Okay, maybe that one. Oh. No, fail. Oh, there you go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.